Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GTV Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Ticket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth off LBBC. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, man. So salute to everybody for tapping on in. Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate all of y'all, man. If y'all can hear me in the comment section, press 1 if y'all can hear me in the comments. If you can hear me in the comments, press 1. Got a mic check, 1 2 1 2, man. Press 1 if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me in the comments, man. Press 1 if y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me? All right, man. Salute to everybody for tapping on in, man. Bro, they say when it rains, it pours, man. And this is a horrific situation. Shannon Sharpe has already been accused and facing one lawsuit for $50 million. I told you guys that Shannon Sharpe had another lawsuit lingering out there in New York. And now this woman has come forward, Michelle Evans, in an absolutely shocking snippet of an interview. Man, they're going to do Shannon Sharpe in, man. They're going to do Shannon Sharpe in, bro. They're going to do Shannon Sharpe in, bro. And a snippet of the interview, bro, that is going to be a full interview that's going to be released today or tonight, I believe. This woman by the name of Michelle Evans has now come forward, and she is claiming that the last time she saw Shannon Sharpe, or she was with Shannon Sharpe, that he R-worded her. And she has now stated this in a public interview. She has stated this in a public interview with Tasha K. Tasha K is going to release the entire interview, I believe she said, on her website. But Tasha K revealed a snippet, and Lord Jesus, man. In this snippet, she accuses Michelle Evans. She accuses Shannon Sharpe of R-wording her. And also, she's accused Shannon Sharpe. They spoke about the Instagram Live situation in which Tasha K asked her, was that situation used to throw people off because of all of the, gay rumors that people were trying to put on Shannon Sharpe? They were saying that, hey, man, Shannon Sharpe, people was trying to say he was zesty and stuff. So Tasha K asked her about that. And she was like, she was asking her, did Shannon use her name during that IG Live video just because, like, she was one of her exes and stuff? And so she also brought up, while speaking about that, she said that Shannon Sharpe, basically, she said he is into freaky stuff. And she says that he, likes, I ain't going to say it, man. I'm going to let her say it. So here's a snippet. You guys can go see the full interview on Tasha K, man. Tasha K did the interview with Michelle Evans. Michelle Evans, I'm not sure if she's the same woman that worked at ESPN before. Katie Shalen, is this the same girl who worked at ESPN? Michelle Evans. Is this the same girl that worked at ESPN? I think this might be. I can't remember if it's her or if it's a different girl that worked at ESPN. But and I mean used to work at ESPN because one of the girls was named Michelle that used to work at ESPN, man. And this thing, yes, this is the same woman that worked at ESPN. So apparently, you know, um, this is just devastating. I'm gonna let y'all hear what happened. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Oh, hanging in there. You were thrown into a sex tape ordeal. I've spoken to sources that were close to Shannon Sharpe. I guess he was trying to dispel the gay rumors, and a lot of people feel that the Instagram live, not easy to go live on Instagram. Like, you gotta go through some steps to go live on Instagram. That it was actually a ploy to dispel the gay rumors about him. Do you feel like that recording of him going live was real, or do you feel like he just used your name since he was with you for 10 plus years? It's triggering. You gotta remember this was a very sensitive subject. The last time I saw him, he raped me. What did you find attractive? She said the last time I saw him, he R-worded me. Man, they're gonna get Shannon Sharpe out of here, bro. They're gonna get him out of here, bro. They're gonna get him out of here, man. This is it, man. And it goes on, man. And again, this is Tasha K. So I had to give Tasha the credit to Tasha K for this audio on her channel. Tasha K has posted this, man. This is gonna get bad, bro. This is gonna get bad, man. And so again, this woman says that the last time that she was with Shannon Sharpe R-worded her, and now she already has been in a situation with Shannon Sharpe. She has filed in the past a restraining order against Shannon Sharpe, I believe in 2010. She filed a restraining order, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if she filed a police report or not, but in that restraining order she filed, she made some crazy, man. She made some claims, and then she also filed a lawsuit, and in her lawsuit, she alleged that Shannon Sharpe forced her to do a sexual act with him. And so she's also sued him for defamation. Now, she didn't sue him for that, but she made those allegations in the lawsuit. And she sued him basically for defamation. And she filed a restraining order on Shannon Sharpe back in 2010. But she has a current lawsuit going on with Shannon Sharpe right now before the lawsuit of this girl who just came up. And now she has just did a full interview, and she also said that Shannon Sharpe threatened her. She also said that Shannon Sharpe, she's also saying that Shannon Sharpe told her that he was going to make it so no other woman or no other man would want her. She's also saying that she has evidence of this with text messages and other things like that. And so now she is doing, and she has done, a full interview with Tasha K on Tasha K's network, Tasha K Live. And again, she already, before this other girl had it, this is before the $100 million came up. This is before the Cat Williams interview. She already had an ongoing lawsuit with Shannon Sharpe. It was just quiet. Nobody knew about it. But now she has just did a full interview with Tasha K. And she has just made the claim that the last time she was with Shannon Sharpe that he R-worded her. I'll play it again. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Oh, hanging in there. You were thrown into a sex tape ordeal. I've spoken to sources that were close to Shannon Sharpe. I guess he was trying to dispel the gay rumors, and a lot of people feel that the Instagram live, not easy to go live on Instagram. Like, you gotta go through some steps to go live on Instagram. That it was actually a ploy to dispel the gay rumors about him. Do you feel like that recording of him going live was real, or do you feel like he just used your name since he was with you for 10 plus years? It's triggering. You gotta remember this was a very sensitive subject. The last time I saw him, he raped me. What did you find attractive about him? Charming? Oh yeah, he's very charming. He was built like a Greek god. He was nice to me. He was both the hero and the perpetrator. What was your sex life like?
He loved to have his booty played with.
Let me stop that. I'm gonna stop it right there. So, Michelle Evans has now come forward in an interview, and it's more that she has stated, more devastating things in that interview she is stating with Tasha K. Tasha K has done a full interview with her. Now, again, this woman have already filed a lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe before this whole situation came up. She had a secret lawsuit that was out there against Shannon Sharpe, and is still out there against Shannon Sharpe. They're still going through that, and I believe she's suing Shannon Sharpe for like $14 million. She's been suing Shannon Sharpe from like before then, and this is supposed to be one of his ex-girlfriends too, if I'm not mistaken. Now, she allegedly worked at ESPN, from, if I'm not mistaken. And again, man, she allegedly, I'm not sure if she's the same girl who allegedly knew Shannon Sharpe from that time, uh, you know. But again, man, she is now accusing Shannon Sharpe, and she accused him. She's basically put those allegations in her lawsuit, uh, you know. Uh, and so now she's just come out tonight, and she's done basically a tell-all interview on Shannon Sharpe. And so she was, I guess, Shannon Sharpe's ex-girlfriend, if I'm not mistaken, and they fell out. And she said that the last time she was with Shannon Sharpe, that he R-worded her. And again, she has a lawsuit that's out, that came out already before this other lawsuit. And in that lawsuit, it has like, bro, it has to have like 50 exhibits, man, of evidence that she has placed in there. And she basically, in the lawsuit, said a lot of different things about Shannon Sharpe. Now, the allegations that she have made about Shannon Sharpe uh, are staggering. And we can get to some of those allegations right now. So that clip you just heard, again, that was from Tasha K. Also, as I will tell you guys right now, uh, man, bro, he's not. I don't think he's gonna have a job by tomorrow, bro. After this shit, man. That is crazy, bro. Let me put this up here for y'all, man. So basically, and I'll just read it, so it doesn't interfere. I'll read it for you guys out loud here. Hold on, give me 1 second, you guys. Give me 1 second, and I'll read this for you guys. The allegations that she put against Shannon, man, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy, bro, man. You know, I don't know what's going on with Shay Sharpe, man. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna pull it up for you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys some of what she's saying. All right. So hold on 1 second. Let me get to this, man. All right, you guys. So, basically, again, this woman's name is Michelle Evans. She has just did a full tell-all interview on Shannon Sharpe. She's already previously had a lawsuit out on Shannon Sharpe that's still going on right now that nobody knew anything about. But she's had this lawsuit for a couple of years now. She already had filed a. She already had filed a. She already had filed a lawsuit way before this. But she filed her lawsuit before the Cat Williams interview. So for you guys who don't know, her lawsuit was out there before that Cat Williams interview. Before Shannon Sharpe really like blew up like he is now, she had that interview out there. I mean, I had that lawsuit out there. Now, again, tonight, she's accused Shannon Sharpe of R-wording her the last time she seen her. She's also filed a restraining order against him in 2010, where I believe she went to the police. And so, man, this is just crazy, man. And so, uh, I will read some of this, what it says to you guys right now. Or I'll let you guys. I will tell you guys some of her, some of the allegations that she has put out against Shannon Sharpe. So she basically says that hold on one second, you guys. Um, she basically says in the month of September of 2010, the presence of Shannon Sharpe was noted within her residential abode. She says, like, at that juncture, we had been engaging in an intimate relationship of considerable duration. She said that or she said nearing a decade. So she said that she was dating Shannon Sharpe for almost a decade. She says a dispute has arisen, provoked by my recent and unsettling revelation that Shannon Sharpe had basically clandestinely introduced another woman into his home. She says a fact which he had deliberately concealed from me. She said amidst this continuous exchange, Shannon Sharpe expressed a desire to engage in sexual relations. My response was unequivocally negative, articulated thusly, no, because you gave it to someone else. And I end quote is what she said. She said, now withstanding my clear objection, she says, the defendant, and this woman is not OnlyFans woman. This woman worked at ESPN. Her name is Michelle Evans. She worked at ESPN. She was, if I'm not mistaken, a reporter at ESPN. So this woman worked at ESPN. I believe that this photo, she worked at ESPN. So she says, now, withstanding my clear objection, the defendant proceeded to forcefully subdue me, compelling, she's saying Shannon Sharpe, compelling me to my knees. And this is all her allegations against Shannon Sharpe. Again, this is not proven true. This is allegations that she's had against Shannon Sharpe for a while. And she has the restraining order that she filed with the police on file. All of this stuff on file. She has. So she actually, man, this shit is crazy, man. She says the defendant, Shannon Sharpe, basically proceeded to forcefully subdue me, compelling me to my knees, and subsequently engaging in non-consensual oral penetration. Despite my protest, he persisted in this violation. Consumed by fear and the perplexing nature of his actions, I harbored a deep-seated apprehension that resistance would precipitate further detrimental outcomes. Therefore, Shannon's coercion escalated as he maneuvered me onto the bed and achieved non-consensual for JJ penetration, all while proclaiming his intent was to make it so no other man would want me, end quote. And I have to say that she provided a photo of alleged messages from Shannon Sharpe saying that I will not put those photos on this picture. She says I was bereft of understanding as to his meaning, yet actually aware that my voice dissent had been wantonly disregarded. In the aftermath of these heinous acts, Shannon's comportment took a more menacing turn. He levied threats of ruin, declaring that any attempt on my part to disclose his transgressions would be met with a comprehensive campaign to use everyone I know to destroy you. Given Shannon's extensive acquaintances, the gravity of this threat loomed large, endangering, oh no, excuse me, engendering an intensified state of fear within me. In response to his unrelenting harassment, which persisted even during my hours of employment, I sought and obtained judicial relief in the form of a protective order. This legal safeguard was subsequently relinquished when Shannon engaged in an act of doxing, maliciously in exposing my personal address through court documents. The consequent media exposure engendered engineered engendered a profound concern for the safety of both myself and my kin. It is within this filing that I break my silence regarding these matters, having therefore refrained from a filing of a formal police report. Uh, the media narrative that emerged was rifled with defamatory commentary, assailing my professional reputation, with particular emphasis on my prior collaborative endeavors with Shannon as uh, delineated. I don't know what the hell these words. This girl writing some big ass words, man. This shit is crazy. I ain't never seen these words she writing, man. This is crazy. She says, moreover, allegations fabricated by Shannon, former intimate acquaintance. Oh shit, this is crazy. Hold on, y'all. She says, moreover, allegations, right? And again, uh, everybody, I know that people are going to come in and say these things. I'm looking at this. She's dropped a lot of receipts, bro. I'm looking at text messages. I'm looking at other things that she's dropped, man. She says, damn, dog. She says, moreover, allegations fabricated by Shannon's former intimate acquaintance, Michelle Beesner. So this is a different Michelle. This is crazy, bro. Hold on, man. So she's saying that a different Michelle Shannon had relations with. So she said, moreover, allegations fabricated by Shannon Sharpe's former intimate acquaintance, Michelle Beesner, with whom I had professional engagements as evidenced in Exhibit F, were compounded by fabrications from Thane Davis, a vehement supporter of Shannon Sharpe and the Denver Broncos, animated by personal grievance. These accusations must be, hold on, y'all, contemplated within the context of Shannon's articulated threat to wield his connections as instruments of my destruction. Despite the portrayal of my living circumstances by the media as destitute, I was in fact the proprietor of a residence situated on 3 acres in the state of Georgia, and I maintained a lease dwelling in the proximity of my place of employment. In 2014, somebody said Michelle Beesner is the lady who's now married to Joe Buck. She's on Monday Night Football as a reporter. That's crazy, bro. So all these people working at ESPN, man, that's crazy, bro. So it says, in 2014, Shannon directed his steps towards my premises, or towards the premises of my employer, then employer, Turner Broadcasting. Herein, he made an appearance on the CNN broadcast, The State of the Union. His discourse thereon encompassed the issue of domestic violence within the ranks of the NFL, the National Football League's players. During this segment, the program's moderator made a cursory reference to Shannon's historical entanglements with domestic violence allegations, noting that Shannon had a case that was completely dropped. Regrettably, this account omitted the critical detail that it was I who had rescinded the order. She says, with my identity was not directly invoked, the aforementioned appearance precipitated a ripple effect, inspiring the nationally televised Saturday Night Live to concoct a satirical vignette predicated upon Shannon's interview on the State of the Union, as in evidence Exhibit H. The skit alluded to his legal predicaments dating back to 2010, which were indisputably connected to our judicial encounter. At that period, my professional responsibilities entailed the dissemination of CNN's video content on their official YouTube channel. It was through the execution of these duties that I became cognizant of Shannon's televised discussion. The discovery was to articulate it mildly perturbing. In close temporal proximity to this event, my tenure at Turner Broadcasting was abruptly terminated under the guise of a layoff post, which I have been subjected to prolonged unemployment, bereft of the capacity to secure gainful employment. Since the occasion of Shannon's CNN interview, he has insistently resurrected the narrative of our shared past on various public forums, including television, radio, and social media platforms. In moments when the public discourse pivots, she says, this shit is crazy, man, to the misconduct of celebrated sports personalities, Shannon opportunistically interjects himself into the dialogue, often hinting or unequivocally alleging that my accusations were fabrications. Shannon has both spoken of and demonstrated the resort to force. Let me repeat that again. She says Shannon Sharpe has both spoken of and demonstrated his resort to force when he does not get what he wants with an intimate partner. See Exhibit I evidence. So she put this in her exhibit of evidence. She says she has evidence of that claim, and she put it in the actual lawsuit. Uh, she says in 2015, I entered into the sacred bonds of matrimony. Subsequent to this union, it became my woeful burden to endure acts of domestic violence of a grievous nature perpetrated by my spouse. To rationalize his reprehensible conduct, he frequently invoked the name of Shannon Sharpe. In 2017, I endeavored a flight from the oppressive clutches uh, of my husband in an attempt that culminated disastrously. In the midst of my effort to flee, he leaped upon the conveyance, resulting in a vehicular mishaps where he sustained substantial injuries. So she says she tried to leave in her car. The husband jumped on her car. And when the husband jumped on her car and she was trying to leave, he fell off the car. Now she says, I don't know why she just didn't write it like that, but that's what she said. She says, in the midst of my effort to flee, he leapt upon the car. You already read that. So it says the authorities thereafter levied charges of assault against me, owing to the jurisdiction of New York's legislative framework, which does not recognize the principle of self-defense. I was compelled to enter into a plea agreement. Subsequent to this, I was afforded a mitigation of sentence pursuant to the mercies of the Domestic Violence Survivors Justice Act, a clemency granted post a judicial proceeding in which I demonstrated the extent of my husband's maltreatment in Exhibit X evidence. In an attempt to exaggerate the severity of my judicial sentencing, Shannon Sharpe proffered not merely one, but a pair of sworn affidavits replete with falsicities to the presiding court. The I don't know what the hell she say process was protracted well into the year 2022. An extension needed because of the encumbrances of the pandemic, among other delaying factors. This girl be writing some big ass words, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. It says in January of 2023, Shannon Sharpe caused the scene at the NBA Lakers game and got into a heated argument with some players. See Exhibit L evidence. Afterwards, the defendant Shannon Sharpe was quoted by ESPN in Exhibit Q of saying, "They didn't want this smoke, Dave. They do all that talking and jockeying, and I ain't about that jockeying. It started with Dillon Brooks. I said he was too smart to guard LeBron James. He said F me. I said F you back. He started to come at me and I said, you don't want these problems. And then Ja came out of nowhere talking. He definitely don't want these problems. And then the dad came and he obviously didn't want no problems. But I wanted anything they had. Don't let these fools fool you now. The defendant did this on national television in front of children present, not caring about anyone but himself, is what she's saying. So it says, imagine what he would be. Imagine, she says, what he would be behind, or what he would be willing to do behind closed doors with nobody watching. She says, Shannon has inaugurated a podcast conduit on a digital video sharing platform known as YouTube, denominated Nightcap. In an episode recently aired, I just changed that word because she just played writing crazy words. Shannon Sharpe, whilst reflecting upon the interactions with an undisclosed female, conceded on the record, and I quote, I just couldn't leave her alone. She goes, Shannon, why couldn't you leave me alone? Question mark. See Exhibit DD at 12 seconds in evidence. Therefore, Shannon elected to articulate a rejoinder, employing a maximum renown for its attribution to a pantheon of distinguished writers or philosophers, such an unequivocal concession by Shannon. Man, I don't know what the hell she talking about, man. I'm skipping all that. This girl out here, she got some big ass words. I am telling you right now, I ain't even seen these words in English class. It says, pursuant to another dissemination of Nightcap, see Exhibit CC at 119 seconds in evidence. Shannon is captured on video declaring, don't ask me, and I quote, don't ask me about none of my exes, because I'm going to tell you, they're great. This revelation by Shannon effectively obliterates any remaining vestige of uncertainty with regard to the character and extent of the interactions of myself in regards to Shannon Sharpe as alleged herein. So she's basically saying, let me break this down in layman's terms. She's saying that Shannon went on Nightcap and she put it in the evidence and said that he ain't never had all his ex-girlfriends was great. So she's saying, how can he say anything negative about me when he said on Nightcap that all his exes were great? Now it says, in the wake of the initiation of these legal proceedings, it has come to light that Shannon was subjected to additional litigation of a similar nature. Notably, Shannon Sharpe was entangled in a lawsuit for defamation instigated by the esteemed former NFL lead quarterback, Mr. Brett Favre, in the state of Mississippi. Shannon's assertion, as articulated in judicial submissions, was that the process of the service was not duly executed in a decisive rebuttal, right? And this is not Tony Busby. This woman, everybody that's coming in here, this has nothing to do with Tony Busby. This woman worked at ESPN. She covered ESPN. And matter of fact, this woman interviewed at ESPN, and she was interviewing your boy at ESPN. This lawsuit that she had out was way before all of that, and it had nothing to do with Tony Busby, and it had nothing to do with any of this. And for people who say the lawsuit is trash, I'm gonna put the link in the comments, and you can go look at all the evidence she put up there herself. I'm not gonna put it on the screen. You make a decision for yourself. All you got to do is download Google Drive on your phone or on your computer, and I will drop the link because it's public information. And you can go look at the damn near 100 exhibits of evidence she put in the lawsuit, from text messages to all kind of shit. Make your own decision. I ain't telling you what to do. Make your own decision. But she put all that shit in there. So make your own decision. I ain't finna tell you believe it or don't believe it. Make your own decision. And again, this lawsuit she filed was before then. She don't came out tonight and did a full interview saying the last time she seen Shannon Sharpe, she says that her and Shannon Sharpe had broke it off. She had dated Shannon Sharpe for 10 years. She said her and Shannon Sharpe broke it off. To the person who said, why is it making major headlines now? It's making major headlines now for two reasons. For one, because the girl who's suing Shannon Sharpe now referred this lawsuit and her new lawsuit to say, hey, look, Shannon Sharpe got a history of this. He got a lawsuit out that don't nobody know about right now in the state of New York. And then Tasha K just dropped a full interview with this woman saying that Shannon Sharpe R-worded her. So let's keep going. Those are her allegations. She worked at ESPN. She was a reporter. She covered Shannon. That's her interviewing Shannon Sharpe when he played for the Broncos. So she been known Shannon for years. She dated Shannon, she said, for over a decade. She dropped, matter of fact, hell, F it, because y'all gonna cap anyways. In the exhibits, she dropped even emails of that I guess she sent inquiring about what was going, when they was gonna hire Shannon Sharpe. Somebody said, where's the report? It's in the lawsuit. She actually filed a restraining order against Shannon Sharpe in 2010. It's on public record. And in the restraining order, you can see all of the things she wrote in the restraining order and that she alleged. It's signed, it's sealed, it's stamped. It's in the lawsuit. Again, I'll drop the link to that in a few minutes. Y'all can go see it yourselves. Since y'all think a nigga just up here talking. Now, let me get back to this. It goes on to say, right? And so that's why y'all had all them people was talking crazy on ESPN. This is the reason why Paul Heyman was on Pat McAfee show the other day talking about Shannon Sharpe like a dog. They knew something. This girl worked at ESPN. We don't know what the hell is going on now. I'm just telling y'all what it is. Don't get mad at me, nigga. I didn't make the girl go on Tasha K interview and do the channel and do the full interview. I didn't make that girl file this lawsuit on Shannon Sharpe before he did the Cat Williams interview. This lawsuit's still going on with Shannon Sharpe that she got. And I believe she's suing him for $14 million. Matter of fact, I'm finna tell y'all in a second. So it says, right? It says that, here's the thing, right? Cause of action liable, she says. Cause of actions liable, as she says, against Shannon Sharpe includes libel, slander, defamation, slander of a woman, intentional infliction of emotional distress, negligent infliction of emotional distress. Cause of action liable. She hereby repeats and realleges each allegations contained in paragraphs 1 through 20 under the heading background as fully set forth within. Shannon Sharpe wrote affidavits stating the following false allegations, including, but not limited to: 1, Mrs. Evans stalked and harassed me between March 2010 and October 2021. Number 2, in 2010, when I refused to go, Mrs. Evans to Mrs. Evans' apartment. She threatened me and said I would regret it. Number three, Mrs. Evans called the police and falsely accused me of R word. Number four, she called my place of employment and made the same false allegation. The statements proffered by Shannon within the sworn affidavits, duly notarized, were presented as factual attestations rather than subjective opinions. Such statements are categorically defamatory and are tantamount to malicious falsehoods, as is sustained in the exhibits of evidence marked Exhibit B, Exhibit C, and Exhibit Z within this lawsuit. It is acknowledged that I initiated contact with Shannon Sharpe from Rikers Island Correctional Facility. The purpose of the communication was to issue a clear and unambiguous caution to Shannon Sharpe that should he perpetuate falsehoods, I would initiate civil proceedings in response. I expressly communicated the potential legal consequences of his actions. Shannon has misrepresented the substance of our discussions, suggesting an interpretation that diverges from reality. He was fully cognizant of the identity of the caller, as standard protocol of the correctional institution requires the disclosure of the inmate's identity to the call recipient, and an additional provision enabling the recipient to refuse further communication if they so choose. Furthermore, my legal counsel, my legal counsel, right? Furthermore, my legal counsel has publicly declared that she had expressly directed me to make contact with Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe engaged in conduct that suggested an attempt to evade direct communication by feigning unavailability at his known telephone number when I endeavored to reach him on behalf of my attorney. In pursuit of clarity, I procured a detailed report from whitepages.com pertinent to Shannon's telephone number as evidenced in Exhibit J of evidence in this lawsuit. Upon presenting this information to Shannon Sharpe, I inquired as to the necessity for the continuous interaction of every exchange. Shannon then endeavored to cast my actions in a malign light, implying uh, malintent on my part as documented in Exhibit B of evidence. While Shannon alleges that I transmitted upwards of 200 messages to him on a single day, as listed in Evidence Exhibit B, such an event, if I did indeed transpire, must be understood in the context of Shannon's egregiously abusive behavior and his deliberate actions designed to inflict emotional distress, as detailed in Exhibit Evidence T, Exhibit Evidence U, Exhibit Evidence V, and Exhibit Evidence W. It is critical to underscore that Shannon Sharpe neither utilized available mechanisms to impede my messages nor did he sever personal ties with me. His engagements and conversation with me during my tenure at Rikers, coupled with his failure to activate call blocking functions, unequivocally demonstrates that his portrayal as an aggrieved party is inconsistent with his uh, volatile interaction. So basically, she's saying the fact that Shannon Sharpe never blocked her number and continued to have conversations with her proves that she wasn't all these devilish things that Shannon Sharpe tried to accuse, is what she says, right? She says Shannon Sharpe, with a significant following exceeding 1 million individuals on his social media platform, Twitter, issued several statements when read by an ordinary individual engender an erroneous belief that I had been apprehended for levying false allegations of sexual assault for engaging in acts of harassment against him. Nevertheless, I categorically affirm that I neither initiated contact with law enforcement regarding the defendant's sexual misconduct nor filed any such police report. So she's saying that Shannon Sharpe accused her on sworn affidavits of filing a police report against her and accusing him of R-wording her. She says she never filed a police report and allegations of him R-wording her. That's what she said. It says that I categorically affirm that I neither initiated contact with law enforcement regarding Shannon Sharpe's sexual misconduct, nor filed any such police report, thereby negating any possibility of arrest for fabricating such claims. Additionally, there exists no record of Shannon Sharpe submitting any formal complaint of stalking against me, further invalidating any suggestion of arrest on such grounds. Within the defamatory tweet in question, Shannon Sharpe was engaging in a dialogue with NFL player Antonio Brown, known by the Twitter moniker AB84. In response to a tweet Brown had disseminated, referred to in Exhibit D evidence for context, Shannon's rejoinder to Mr. Antonio Brown is documented in Exhibit E evidence. It is a critical note that at that time of the defendant, right? That time the defendant's tweet was published, I was incarcerated and thus remain unaware of Shannon's injurious actions and until my subsequent release. Beyond the slanderous nature of the content, Shannon's communication also misrepresented the dismissal of the order as being attributed to reasons other than my own self rescinding it. To corroborate my assertions, the Atlanta Police Special Victims Unit, contactable at 404 blah 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 blah, can verify that no report of sexual assault was lodged by me. I have solicited Sergeant Klein to furnish me with official documentation to affirmly demonstrate that I did not file a sexual assault report against Shannon Sharpe, as evidence in Exhibit Z of evidence. Thus, Shannon Sharpe published a false and defamatory statement of fact, 2, regarding me, the plaintiff, 3, which were published to third parties, and 4, which resulted in injury to me, the plaintiff. My reputation was damaged as Shannon Sharpe has my colleagues following him on Twitter. Also, Shannon's false statements were used against me in a sentencing hearing. My lawyer informed me that Shannon Sharpe damaged my case. I was subsequently sent to prison where I endured physical and emotional abuse. And it goes on, right? So, she talks about, uh, you know, actions of slander that she accuses Shannon Sharpe of, all of these things, man. And I'll just drop this. You guys can read this whole thing yourselves, but she has done a full interview. For you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, she went on Tasha K's publication and she just did a full interview. And on that interview, she accused Shannon Sharpe of R-word. Now, this is what I will do. Since everybody gonna say, "Oh, you capping, Tigger," I ain't capping, bro. I will drop a copy of the lawsuit, and if you have Google Drive, you can look at it yourself and look at the exhibit yourself. So you don't have to argue with me and say I'm coming on here trying to know this woman just came out here publicly and did this. So,
Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Oh, hanging in there. You were thrown into a sex tape ordeal. I've spoken to sources that were close to Shannon Sharpe. I guess he was trying to dispel the gay rumors, and a lot of people feel that the Instagram live, it's not easy to go live on Instagram. Like, you got to go through some steps to go live on Instagram. That it was actually a ploy to dispel the gay rumors about him. Do you feel like that recording of him going live was real, or do you feel like he just used your name since he was with you for 10 plus years? It's triggering. You gotta remember, this was a very sensitive subject. The last time I saw him, he raped me. What did you find attractive about him? Charming? Oh, yeah. He's very charming. He was built like a Greek god. He was nice to me. He was both the hero and the perpetrator. What was your sex life like? He loved to have his booty played with.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna play that further than that. I don't want to get into all that. But she did a tell-all interview. Now, if you guys remember, Shannon Sharpe did that IG live after this came after all that stuff. Comedians, everybody was clowning Shannon, trying to say that Shannon was zesty and stuff like this. On this channel, we was telling y'all we never bought into that. We never thought that Shannon was zesty and none of that stuff. I just thought people were targeting Shannon because they didn't like him and because he was being successful. Well, after that came the Instagram Live. Now, on the Instagram Live, Shannon Sharpe could be heard saying, "Yeah, Michelle, take that, Michelle, take that." So Tasha K is alluding that Shannon was talking about this woman. But this woman is basically saying that it wasn't her and that they're basically trying to make it seem like it was made up. That whole IG live situation was fake. It was just made up to throw off people to make them think that Shannon Sharpe ain't zesty, right? And he don't have, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I guess that's how I take it what they're saying. But she's saying that she dated Shannon Sharpe from the day 10 years. Now she worked at ESPN again. This is why all those people at ESPN was talking crazy. All them dudes over there on Pat McAfee and stuff, they was all talking crazy. Because she even interviewed Shannon Sharpe before. There's the pictures right there. Now, you asked me, how did I get that picture? That picture has been presented in evidence in the lawsuit. Again, see what I'm saying? So, what I'm gonna do is I'm going, and it's more stuff. It's a lot of exhibits. You have to have Google Drive, but it's public information. You know what I'm saying? It's public information. So, I won't put it here on YouTube on live, but it's public information. It's a public lawsuit, and this lawsuit has been out before the Cat Williams, but it was quiet. Nobody knew about it. It was quiet. So she's not suing Shannon Sharpe for sexual assault. She's suing Shannon Sharpe for defamation, slander, libel, and all these other things that she stated in the lawsuit. But she's accusing Shannon Sharpe. She accused him of that in that lawsuit. So in that same lawsuit, she sued Shannon Sharpe. She didn't sue him for that. She only made that claim that he did that, and she had filed a restraining order against Shannon Sharpe, right? Now, everybody's asking about the situation with Rikers. She got into a situation with her husband, who she claims was very abusive. In the lawsuit, she also drops a recording in the lawsuit. So in the lawsuit, the reason why you have to load it in Google Drive is because it's evidence of videos, audios, photos, and all those other things. It's not like a normal lawsuit that's just on paper. This lawsuit has tons of exhibits. I counted at least, I would say, 40 exhibits of evidence that she put in that lawsuit. So, and that's her claims against Shannon Sharpe. She's put text messages. She's put videos of her having text messages copied in her old phone. So, now she's come out. Tasha K somehow have gotten this girl's number because she worked at ESPN. So she had dated Shannon Sharpe for 10 years. Now, she said that her and Shannon Sharpe fell out. She said they fell out into bad terms. She said because Shannon Sharpe basically cheated on her. She said that she found out Shannon Sharpe had moved another chick into his house. Similar to the allegations of why the girl now said that she stopped dealing with Shay, because she said that the Instagram Live situation, she found out Shannon was messing with other women, so she told Shannon, you can't have sex with me without protection no more. And then she stopped really wanting to deal with Shannon on that level. And then that's when Shannon's lawyer said it went from being consensual to transactional to where she alleges that it was non-consensual after that. See what I'm saying? So again, you know what I mean? This situation is unbelievable. What I'm gonna do is, because I know everybody's in here, hey, Ticket, man, come on, man. Nigga, you capping. Nigga, I was never capping, nigga. That shit is on Tasha K right now. I was never capping. But what I'm gonna do is, because it's public information, again, This is public information. And this was brought up in that lawsuit. And now she has done a tell-all interview on Tasha K. I'm going to put a link to the lawsuit right here, so you guys can see all the exhibits that y'all want and make your own decision. You know what I'm saying? Make your own decision. So again, you make your own decision. I'm not finna make no decision for you. You know what I'm saying? Shannon is innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law. But again, you make your own decision. There's the link right there. So y'all make your own decision. It's pinned at the top of the chat. Press 1 if y'all see it in there. Like I said before, I mean, it's out now. She done did the interview. The interview already going viral. Tasha K don't put it all on her website and stuff. So again, you know, you guys definitely let me know what y'all think. You said go listen to Jason Whitlock. I don't like anything about Jason Whitlock. I heard what he said. Jason Whitlock came out today. You talking about he came out today and talk about some in the next 24 to 48 hours, it's going to be multiple people that come out with devastating stories or with some type of devastating history of stories about Shannon Sharpe. Well, he wasn't lying, because tonight Tasha K came out and dropped that interview. But I will never respect Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock is, like I said before, I think he's a flaming hypocrite. And I have zero respect for Jason. Y'all might like Jason Whitlock. I don't like nothing about that dude. Like I said before. So again, you guys let me know what y'all think. Again, I won't put the information on this screen in here. As far as I won't put it on the screen, but Tasha K she has released this whole interview. The woman said the last time I saw Shannon Sharpe, he R-worded me. They're gonna get Shannon Sharpe out of here because she worked at ESPN. Again, this woman was a reporter at ESPN. She worked at ESPN for years. She worked at ESPN for years. So, bro, again, you make the decision. And so it's letters, emails to ESPN about when they was gonna hire Shannon Sharpe, all this other stuff. So again, y'all make your own decision. Make your own decision, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all feel, man. Tasha K just set it off, man. And Tasha K, she gonna get a lot of heat for this. Again, Tasha K gonna get a lot of heat for this. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be coming for Tasha K heavy after this one. Trust what I tell you. But Tasha K, y'all let me know what y'all think. Peace. All right, you guys. So we appreciate everybody that popped in, supported this video. Make sure that you guys shop our merch. We got that new